How to trick your brain into liking discipline. Many people think they have a discipline problem, or willpower is weak, or something is fundamentally wrong with them. They look at their unfinished goals, the plans they abandoned, the routines they couldn't keep, and they assume it must be a flaw in their character, a personal defect, a missing piece, a weakness that other people somehow don't have. But what if the full truth is this? Your brain is not failing you. Your brain is protecting you. Your mind is not wired to chase goals, pursue long-term dreams, or maintain perfect routines. It's wired to keep you alive. And it learned long ago that the safest, most energy-efficient strategy is to avoid unnecessary effort. This is the core paradox. The very wiring that kept your ancestors alive is the same wiring that sabotages your modern life. You want long-term growth. Your brain wants short-term survival. You want transformation. Your brain wants conservation. You want discipline. Your brain wants comfort. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain is following a 2 million years old script, a script written long before productivity tools, gym memberships, or self-improvement culture even existed. Today, you're asking your brain for behaviors it was never designed to prioritize. And you're punishing yourself when it resists. But what if you could shift the game? What if discipline could feel easy, natural, even pleasurable? In the next moments, you'll discover how to manipulate the architecture of your own mind. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll walk away with a blueprint your brain can't ignore. Part 1. Definition and Psychological Authority. Discipline fails when biology wins. To understand why discipline feels so difficult, you must understand the 3 fundamental systems that quietly control your behavior from the inside. Let's break down the neuroscience. 1. The dopamine feedback loop. Most people believe dopamine is about pleasure. It isn't. Dopamine is about anticipation, the expectation of something rewarding. Your brain releases dopamine when it sees fast, predictable pleasure. Scrolling on your phone, instant dopamine. Watching a short video, instant dopamine. Snacking on sugar, instant dopamine. But going to the gym? The reward is delayed. Reading, studying, building a skill? The reward is abstract. Starting a new routine? The reward is far away. Your brain is not biased toward laziness. It is biased toward immediacy. This is why discipline feels unnatural. Your brain prioritizes whatever gives you dopamine the fastest. 2. Cognitive friction. Cognitive friction is the mental resistance you feel right before starting an important task. That invisible heaviness, that hesitation, that strange pull toward just 5 more minutes. This isn't weakness. It's an energy-saving mechanism. Your brain consumes an enormous amount of energy, nearly 20% of everything you eat, so it learned to avoid effort unless absolutely necessary. Whenever you try to initiate something challenging, your brain triggers the friction response to protect its energy reserves. 3. The default mode network, DMN. The DMN is the part of your brain responsible for self-talk, internal stories, emotional memory. Whenever you attempt a new disciplined behavior, the DMN asks, have we done this before? Did it feel good? Did it feel stressful? Did it make us insecure or uncomfortable? If past experiences associated effort with discomfort, uncertainty, or embarrassment, the DMN automatically activates avoidance. This isn't emotional. It's mechanical. Your brain runs a simple calculation. Does this give me a reward now? Or does it drain energy without offering something immediate? If it's the second, your brain gently nudges you towards something easier. This is the uncomfortable truth. You're not undisciplined. You're working against a survival algorithm that prioritizes efficiency, immediacy, and safety, not long-term achievement. But if that's true, how do disciplined people exist? How are there people who wake up early, train consistently, pursue difficult goals? The answer is simple. They don't overpower the brain. They reprogram it. And now, you will learn exactly how. Part 2. The emotional cost and philosophical weight. When biology wins, identity suffers. There's a particular kind of pain that follows procrastination. A quiet, private, humiliating moment where you whisper to yourself, "I betrayed myself again." It's not the task that hurts. It's the repeated self-abandonment. These tiny betrayals seem insignificant, but repeated daily, they reshape how you see yourself. You begin to believe you are someone who can't stay consistent, can't follow through, can't trust their own promise. And the more this identity takes root, the harder discipline becomes. Because discipline is not just action. It is the expression of the identity you believe you have. Here lies the philosophical weight. You are a modern human, carrying an ancient brain, living in a world your biology never evolved to handle. Your brain wants safety. Your life demands ambition. Your brain wants rest. Your goals require effort. Your brain wants certainty. Your growth requires discomfort. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The mind adapts and converts obstacles into fuel." But the part people forget is this. The mind cannot adapt until it feels safe. This is why discipline collapses when stress rises. Why some days you are unstoppable, and other days you feel like a hollowed-out version of yourself. Your nervous system is not sabotaging you. It is protecting you from what it perceives as unnecessary strain. And every time you fail to act, you pay an emotional price: guilt, shame, frustration, self-doubt, emotional exhaustion. These moments reinforce the DMN's inner narrative. Discipline isn't for someone like me, but that narrative is not destiny. It is simply the brain doing what it has always done. Prioritize immediate safety over long-term vision. Once you align these two forces, discipline stops feeling like a battle and becomes your natural preference. Part 3. Adult manifestation and the unlearning. Your habits are not character flaws. They are neurological defaults. Let's look at how this evolutionary mismatch appears in your adult life. Here are the 6 most common signs that your brain, not your character, is resisting discipline. 1. You start tasks enthusiastically, then abandon them. Your dopamine spikes during planning, but collapses the moment effort begins. 2. You feel tired before you even start. This is cognitive friction, your brain interpreting effort as threat. 3. You avoid anything without an immediate reward. Your biology prioritizes your short-term survival, not long-term achievement. 4. You get stuck in analysis loops instead of acting. This is the DMN keeping you in familiar territory. 5. You reach for distractions you don't even enjoy, not for pleasure, but for neurological relief from the friction of starting. 6. You call yourself lazy, yet feel mentally exhausted. Avoidance consumes more energy than action ever will. But here is the breakthrough. You cannot force the brain into discipline. You must make discipline the brain's easiest option. You do that by manipulating the same systems that say sabotage you. 1. Reduce the friction of starting. Make the first step microscopic. 1 push-up, 1 paragraph, 1 minute, 1 task fragment. Momentum, not motivation, creates discipline. 2. Increase immediate reward. Attach dopamine to the process, not the outcome. Your favorite playlist. Visual progress tracking. Immediate micro rewards. Pairing boring habits with enjoyable cues. The brain follows dopamine, not goals. Third, redesign your environment. James Clear is right. Environment beats willpower. Make good habits obvious. Make bad habits invisible. Remove friction from the starting point. Place cues directly in your path. Your environment teaches your brain what to expect next. 4. Use habit loops to hijack autopilot. Cue, micro-action, micro-reward. Repeat until your brain sees it as the easiest path. Once repetition reduces friction, discipline becomes automatic. Part 4. The healing. Discipline is not willpower. It is architecture. So here is the truth most people never hear. You don't become disciplined by transforming your personality. You become disciplined by transforming the environment your brain operates in. Because the brain is not a battlefield, it is a system. And systems don't respond to pressure. They respond to design. You can't shame your way into discipline. You can't scold your brain into obedience. You can't overpower millions of years of evolution with motivational speeches and guilt. But you can create a world where the disciplined choice is the easiest choice, where the right action requires less effort than the wrong one, where success feels like the natural outcome of how your life is structured. This is what healing looks like. Not trying harder, but designing smarter. Because healing begins the moment you stop blaming yourself for responding exactly as your biology was built to respond. Healing begins when you understand your avoidance is energy protection. Your procrastination is dopamine imbalance. Your inconsistency is environmental conflict. Your lack of motivation is a nervous system in conservation mode. Nothing is wrong with you. Nothing is broken. Nothing is missing. Your brain has been doing what it was built to do. Prioritize safety over ambition, certainty over discomfort, immediate reward over distant outcomes. But now, you get to reteach it what reward means. You get to redefine effort in a way that feels safe. You get to rebuild the environment that shapes your habits. You get to shift your identity from someone who battles discipline to someone who embodies it. This is not about becoming a different person. It's about becoming a person whose brain expects them to win. Here's how discipline truly becomes effortless. 1. Make effort safe. Your nervous system must feel calm before it can take action. 2. Make starting small. The first step should be so easy that friction has nothing to resist. 3. Make progress visible. Your brain trusts what it can measure. 4. Make rewards immediate. Even small pleasures reshape dopamine pathways. 5. Make the environment your ally. You cannot rely on willpower in a world designed to steal your attention, but you can design a world that gives it back. And once these elements begin working together, discipline stops feeling like trying. It stops feeling like struggle. It stops feeling like something you must force. It becomes something deeper, a natural extension of the way your brain now expects you to live. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman said, "You can't directly control your dopamine, but you can control the behaviors that shape it. This is your power. This is your leverage. This is the doorway out of self-blame and into self-mastery. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more willpower. You don't need a different brain. You need a brain that finally understands. You are safe enough to grow. And once your brain feels safe, it will follow you into the life you've always wanted." If this helped you understand yourself more deeply, subscribe. Not for motivation, but for mastery. Over the mind you live inside. See you in the next video.